Is Iggy right in his defense of the Warriors?
Man, the Warriors are funny, man. This is a funny collection of cats. Like, we're doing it organically.
Organically.
Well, I mean, listen, organic can mean a bunch of different things. Like in the scientific community, it means carbon-based. Right. You go to Whole Foods, it just means like no antibiotics
or
with the
like
food.
$100.
Typically, organically would mean like homegrown, I guess, is what it means in sports. The Warriors are a lot of things. Organically built. It's not one of them. I mean, Andre Iguodala, who's doing the talking, he, of course, signed, leaving a 57-win Nuggets team, but that was before the Warriors were the Warriors. I just want people, the Warriors are now they deserve credit for so many things, but the idea that we have recreated history on how this happened, can we just remind everyone, how do they have Steph Curry on $11 million a year? How do they have a superstar future MVP on $11 million a year? Because the guy had bad ankles. They got him to a discount, which helped them set everything in place. Then how else did everything happen? Well, a new TV deal, which allows for a cap spike, and the NBA doesn't. The NBA PA says we're not going to do smoothing. There's going to be 1 year of a cap spike. What happens the year leading into the cap spike? Well, their biggest competition, OKC, is up 3-1 on them. Klay Thompson has one of the greatest games in NBA history, and the Thunder end up blowing a 3-1 lead. The Warriors then end up blowing a 3-1 lead of their own. Both of those things had to happen to go along with a year-long tampering with Kevin Durant via their biggest competition, to all culminate in Draymond Green crying in the parking lot after the NBA Finals, begging KD to come join them. All of those things happened and had to happen. Couldn't have happened without Steph's contract. Couldn't have happened without the TV deal. Without KD going there, Draymond does not go there. The idea that Draymond went there because it's culturally the best thing. He went there because no other team in the league had more than 2 All-Stars. They had 4, and he could become the 5th. I mean, listen, they did everything within the rules. Theoretically, they are the champions. But the idea that, oh, no, it's about our ethos. It's about our striving for greatness that makes us attractive. Nah, man. It's none of the above. It's about the game being easier in Golden State than anywhere else. And quit kidding yourself otherwise.
Yeah. Now, you told that story in an organic fashion, considering organic can be anything. One slight correction. I know now that because Boogie came from the Pelicans to the Warriors, he's the villain, but he's not Draymond, though. Draymond was already there. You said Draymond coming over.
I'm sorry. I apologize. Thank you.
No, but your story was, it's beautiful.
Otherwise, the
beautiful story.
Yeah. And very, very accurate. Yeah. Absent of Kevin Durant, all right, the Warriors, and this is where Iggy was right. Okay. They do play a brand of basketball that is cutting edge, and it has been grown organically. We never thought that we could have a team that could shoot that many threes, be led by the 3-ball, but they don't do it just with the 3. They do it with ball movement. Now, they have 2 of the greatest shooters ever, so that makes that system. It's like if you had 2 great players, whatever system, like the triangle with Phil Jackson, it's going to be successful. Right. Jordan, Shaq, and Kobe, when those things happen, the triangle worked. When you didn't have great players, the triangle didn't look as good. I like watching the Warriors play. Sure. They didn't need Kevin Durant, so now the conversation becomes, how good is the system, or is it just a collection of players? So it's hard to enjoy watching the Warriors play since they've added Kevin Durant, but the build-up to Kevin Durant, man, it was beautiful. Watching them win 73 games, it was amazing. But it wasn't as if they were unbeatable then.
Right.
Now when you add Kevin Durant, it's really, really hard to say, well, what is it, the system? Or is it the totality of the talent that they can throw at?
And yesterday was the anniversary of the 92 Dream Team beating Croatia to win the gold medal. What system was that team running? Oh, wait, it didn't matter because they was thumping everybody on the head. Gold medal game, they won by 32 points. It was the closest game in their Olympic run. They did have a great system. Now they can play any system they want. They did have an organically grown team, which, by the way, was not hated. It was becoming the most popular team in the league. Everyone seems to understand, by the way, Kevin Durant seems to understand that everything changed when he went there. And the denialism otherwise, it's just ahistorical. Like, this team was not, and one last point on them playing the right way. there is forget the winning. There's a brand of the Warriors antagonistic, front-running, whining to the refs, they led the entire league in ejections last year by a mile. That rubs people the wrong way. The way game one of the finals, if we remember, of course we remember the JR and LeBron's great game. But how about Draymond? After playing terribly, Draymond doing the pom-pom thing to Kendrick Perkins, Steph laughing and giggling when with the final minute of overtime in LeBron's face. Like, that rubs people the wrong way. That's not about playing basketball
when we were talking about
way.
playing the right way, I'm sorry, because I should have said the way they move the basketball. They lead the NBA in touches and passes.
And assists every year.
I mean, so it is amazing to be able to see that, especially with talented players sharing the wealth and sharing the on the offensive end of the court, and they're one of the top 3 defensive teams. So how they do basketball that wise, I didn't explain that part. That part
technique,
right there.
You know about technique.
Yes.
But let's get to it, fellas. The question I want to ask you both, and I want you to just give me a yes or no on it and then explain. They can do it. You said it, Nick. They've done it technically the right way, by the book. What they've done has been allowable by NBA rules. But just because you can do something doesn't mean you should do something. So is what the Warriors are doing, and KD and all these guys, is it ruining NBA basketball?
I won't say ruining, but it's not good. So I'm not giving you a yes or no, but I don't think it's good for it. I don't think it's good that one team has 5 All-Stars, no other team has more than 2. There's no team with 3 All-Stars, no team with 4 All-Stars. There's one team with 5. The guy talking, Andre Iguodala, Finals MVP, not even included amongst that group. Like they've got 5 starting All-Stars and a Finals MVP coming off the bench. Like, I don't think it's good. I don't think it's good going into the league, going into a season when the intrigue is about next offseason. I happen to not believe that's good, and so I don't think it's ruining. Ruining's too strong of a word, but no, I don't like it, and I certainly don't like it even more.
No, the ruin part is not true, because the NBA right now is as popular as it's ever been. From a branding standpoint, from a viewership standpoint, from clicks daily, Instagram, Twitter. If you look at all those things, if you look at our show, all right? In the month where we didn't have anything but NBA in the offseason, all right, we did well. So it's doing well for the brand. It's growing basketball. It's not what we prefer to see, but one thing that I've said, and about LeBron, I said this to Nick recently, was what the Warriors have done, it brought out the best in LeBron James.
Okay.
And he's the best player in the world. So you can say it hurt basketball overall is who can win a championship. Yes, and it's only going to last for a certain period of time.
And maybe maybe that's part of it, and I just need to readjust my eye, because in the last 2 NBA Finals, LeBron's averaged 34, 10, and 10. 34, 10, and 10, the last 2 finals, and he's 1-8. And in NBA history, that's never been able to be the case. It's always been, if you have the best player in the world at the peak of his powers, if you're not the champion, it's going 7 games. It's going, and so it's just so different from what I'm used to seeing as far as...
Yes, and it's so different than the NFL.
Absolutely.
It is.
Absolutely. Well, the NBA, here's the thing. It had been so different than the NFL because one guy could do everything.
Yes.
Right? And now it seems like now there's almost the like LeBron, Aaron Rodgers situation where it's like one guy can only do so much. That's not how the league used to be. Like each league had its own charm. That's not how the NBA had been.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from First Things First, or go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.